All right, we're going to make an automation for the RoomSense IQ for when you walk into a room, it will sense your presence and turn on the lights. And then if it doesn't sense your presence, it's going to turn off the lights. So as of right now, the RoomSense IQ is still in development. So this is a sample right here. So if you want to learn more about this, if it hasn't already come out yet, they do have an email list you can sign up for and it gives you all the information. I'll have that linked down below. So let's get on to the automation. So you go to settings, then go to automation and scenes. And I've got two automations, one for coming in, one for leaving. So let's do motion turn on office RoomSense. So at first you're going to need, this is my previous motion sensor. This is the RoomSense IQ and it is a state. So if you add a trigger, it would be a state. So I'm choosing the state of the RoomSense. So when you expand that, you can see I have RoomSense movement and then the version number of my unit. So you want the movement. Then when it goes from 0 to 2, that is what you want. So when it's not detecting anything, it's a 0. When it detects something, it's a 2. So that's all you need to know about the movement. When it detects something, basically, then, and you can add some conditions. So you can have it if office desk lamp is off. So let's say I walk into a room and I want the lights to stay on no matter what I want, even if it stops detecting my motion or my presence, I want it to stay on. So you can have it if the desk lamp is off, continue, but if I physically turn on the light switch, it can turn on this desk lamp and it will just avoid this automation altogether. Or you can have it daytime or nighttime. So let's say it senses your motion from 0 to 2, turn on this light, turn on that light, and just turn on all these lights. And that's pretty simple. So then that's to turn on the lights, and that's all it does. You can try to build turning everything off into one automation. I like to split it all up. So I go into my second automation. The trigger again is a state. And now when it goes from 2 to 0, and down here is the important part, I added 30 seconds. So as soon as it stops detecting motion, it will start this timer inside. And I don't have to worry about it. So it gives me 30 seconds to like walk out of my office, go get a cup of water and come back. And you can make this however long you want. I just want to save as much electricity as possible. So after 30 seconds of not detecting any presence, it will turn off my lights. And I have no conditions and it's just the same automation, just turn off. And what's really cool in Home Assistant, if you make this whole automation, all you have to do is hit the 3 little dots, hit duplicate, and then turn the settings of all your devices the opposite. So you don't have to rebuild your whole automation over again. Let me just show you a quick overview of the RoomSense. So here we have right now, this is what we're controlling, the occupied. And right now, just this lit up, and I believe the occupation or the occupancy is the PIR sensor and motion. So as you see right now, it is detecting me moving around. I'm moving my hand right now, and you see that it's actually doing a lot more. So it is very sensitive. This thing can tell when you breathe. And if you want it more or less sensitive, that's what all these toggles are for. And I turned on the CalSense, and that will turn on the live data. Turn it off and it just sits there. So that's all you need to know. All this guy does, he goes from 0 or 2. That's how I knew that it was a 0 or 2. And that's how you do it. You just set up the automation to when it goes from 0 to 2, turn on the lights. When it goes from 2 to 0 for 30 seconds, turn off the lights. So hopefully this was helpful, creating an automation for your RoomSense to turn on or off lights, or even maybe turn on or off your TV, depending if you're sitting at the couch or something. So there's 1,000 things this thing can do. It's got a temperature sensor, it's got a light sensor, it's got presence detection, and yeah, it's open source and it goes into Home Assistant. So feel free to check them out again. Their email list is in the bio, and just, it's a cool product, and I really am looking forward to see what it can do. But I'll see you in the next video.